Hello, this is Connor and Travis back with POS Guys, and today we'll be covering POS wearables. So we'll be kind of going over the ergonomics of them as well as going over the accessories and how you wear them.
Wearables have been around for a while. There's some very old school wearables that have been around for 20, 30 years, and then there's newer versions of it that they compact the size down and make them a little more ergonomic and a little more accessible for everybody.
So what are wearables? They're basically devices that you can wear on your wrist or your fingers. So we have a wearable mobile computer, and then we also have the ring scanners, and these ones you can just fit on your wrist. That's kind of like a watch. Makes it easy so that you don't have to pick up things while you're working. So like, for example, like with a mobile computer, you always have to like pick it up and set it down, and then you have the scanner as well. With this, like for example, the wrist mobile computer, you can just wear it and it connects to the ring scanner so that like when you scan, the data goes directly to the mobile computer, and so it just streamlines your workflow. So here we have the WS50s. These are one of Zebra's latest wearable mobile computer, and they're very small in size, so they're very similar to just kind of like a large watch. And what's nice about them is that because they're so small, they really like just feel good for like an entire like workday shift, and it's good just to like be able to like scan and like look at information like right away, so it's just like right on your hand. If you're like moving around things, you don't have to pick like a device up to like see what you're scanning. It's all like right here on your wrist. This is an accessory that you could put on the WS50, and it's has like a button right here where you can scan. So it's pretty convenient. For the finger mount, it is intended for 2 fingers. In most cases, it would just be easier just to put it on your first 2 fingers so that your thumb can hit it. But I guess you can put it on any finger, it just wouldn't be as comfortable. So all these hand wraps have different sizes, so it just depends on like your employee. Usually like it's really popular for an employee to have their own hand wrap, and so it comes in sizes like small, medium, large, also universal sizes. And for the most part, they are washable, like if they don't have like any technology on them, so like this. And then with this, like the button is threaded through, so you can just take it out and like put it in the wash. And you could just pop it off. Basically, like with this one, you know, like you can't wash this one because of the attachment, but with this one, you can just take it off. Just take this device off, and then take the button out. It's a bit of like a Velcro action going on, and you have it like that. So let's compare with traditional point of sale scanners. So with the mobile computer, to scan, you would just press on the side, and this could cause fatigue over time, especially if you have like a physical disability or just in general, like you can't do this for hours. So that's kind of what these wearables kind of solve, is that it's supposed to put less strain on your arms and fingers. Same thing with this. It's a little bit easier since it's just a trigger, but you do have to set it down eventually, and it's another reason why POS wearables were made, so that you can just have everything on your wrist, on your finger, without picking anything up.
I'm going to talk about the WT64. So this is their wrist mount mobile computer. So it's similar to like their TC22, same kind of screen size, but it's made into a wrist mount version, and then they added some physical buttons for hotkey access on it. You could theoretically take the TC22 and get one of those jogging mounts and kind of just have it on your wrist or on your arm. The problem when you do that though is that most of those mounts cover the scanner portion of it. So if you wanted to actually use the scanner, it wouldn't be very ergonomic, or the scanner would be covered all together. Additionally, if you wanted to use the camera portion of it, it's facing your arm, so it's totally blocked. So that's why they made a very specific wrist mount computer. On it, cameras they move to the back of it. So when it's on your wrist, so then the camera's face outward. So you can use the camera as a barcode scanner if you want, or you can attach a ring mount scanner either through the hand mount or through a ring mount. So I'll show those in a second. As far as ergonomics go on this is like a 3 to 5 pound mobile computer. It depends on which battery you have in. The extended battery adds even more weight to it. But the locking system isn't bad. It's made to be somewhat universal, but depending on how big or how small your wrist is, you might have problems with it. So you push the button down, twist to lock. And when you twist enough, then it's on, sort of like a watch or a wrist mount, or if you've seen Fallout, the Pip-Boy on it, same kind of idea. So the keyboard faces you, you can use the keyboard, and then the scanner works, or the mobile computer portion works just like any other mobile computer. It flips in landscape mode when you want to use it like that, or it could be portrait mode if you're able to do it. Normally you have to use it in landscape mode because just ergonomically getting your arm into a position where you can see it, it's very difficult unless you kind of flip it upside down, do something like that maybe. But ergonomics on wearables are a challenge. It's not always comfortable, so it's kind of fitting your application to what the computer can do. Okay, so I've attached it with the manual connection to ring mount mode. So this is the oldest version of a wearable. So this ring mount to a wrist mount computer is kind of external while with the cable sticking out. It's not my favorite version. So the main reason I dislike ring scanners in general is that when you need to scan straight ahead, so say you're working in a warehouse and I need to scan a box that's straight ahead of me, your hand naturally can't point where you can hit the trigger. So that doesn't work for me. And if you make a fist, then it really doesn't work. So then you have to angle. So ergonomically, scanning barcode straight ahead just is not comfortable, or impossible almost. Using a ring mounted scanner, especially when it's tethered. Where it is good though is if you have tools. So say I was using some kind of device, so I'm holding in my hand, I'm using it, and then I want to keep holding it and I have a barcode on the ground, you know, so it works okay like that. So if you're scanning down, so like pieces of paper, small items, or if you're holding the item, or not ergonomically, that's not bad. But scanning forward, if you're trying to be completely hands-free, isn't that comfortable. Additionally, this cable hits. So when you move around, it clicks on things, it gets caught. The cable, the tethered scanner has been around for a while, but it's not the most comfortable. I'll show you more comfortable versions in a second. All right, so slightly more comfortable is to take the cable away. So you can Bluetooth pair it, and then you have more freedom. So the cable's gone, it's not hitting you, it's not getting caught on things. And if you're still scanning down, it works fine. You still have the same problem with straight ahead though, where it's just not comfortable. All right, and then the hand mount version also exists. You can use this tethered, or you can go Bluetooth without the tether. It's a little more comfortable so that you don't hit the scanner as much when you have the cable in between, then it kind of bunches. But overall, this isn't bad. It's actually the most comfortable of them. Okay, so where this shines though is scanning forward, because you can make a fist. So right there, that's comfortable all day. So going straight through, that's no problem at all. Just has a little button right here on your thumb. And so that's pretty good. And then if you do need to scan down, you can do so as well. It does kind of create an awkward angle with your elbow there that can get fatiguing over time. Or you have to bend your wrist a lot. So if you are scanning straight down most of the time, maybe a ring scanner is better. But if you're scanning forward, then it's way better having a top mount overall.
All right, so that is our overview on a bit of the wearables and the ergonomics, as well as the accessories, and a little bit of comparison with like the use of traditional point of sale equipment versus wearable equipment and why it was created in the first place?
Industries that use wearables, they try to design it for warehouse workers where you're using both hands at the same time. So that way you can pick something up without putting down your scanner. So warehouse workers that are picking things up, or manufacturing where you might be using a tool and then also recording your progress. And so you want that scanner readily available without having to set it down. So then it might be a ring mount or a top mount scanner for things like that. Multiple manufacturers make wearables. Zebra has a great line of them, and then they tend to have this high visibility green on them so that you can find them if you set them down somewhere. They don't blend into the surroundings. But Honeywell also makes a set of wearables, and then the ring scanners are made by a bunch of different manufacturers if you just want a ring scanner.
If you'd like more information and to check out these products, go on POSGuys.com.
Thank you.